ExtraTime as a product claims to add another 30 to 60 minutes to the setting time of finished plasters. I'm doing something called a bucket test. In this bucket test, I'm taking 2 buckets, I've filled them up with 11.5 litres of water each. One of them I'm going to add ExtraTime to, and the other one I'm just going to leave as normal. I'm then going to mix up the ExtraTime bucket first, set a stopwatch. I'm then going to mix up the bucket without ExtraTime in and set a stopwatch. I've used exactly 11.5 litres of water in each bucket because this is what British Gypsum recommends, and I'm trying to do everything by the book. So what we're going to do is pour ExtraTime in and then give it a stir. So the timer's going. It's a lot thicker than I would normally mix it up, but we're trying to keep things all things equal. As you can see, there's about 4 minutes difference in spinning up. Coming up to 8 minutes in for the ExtraTime bucket, and still as stiff as it went in. And the one without, I mixed up 4 minutes later. It's just as stiff at the moment. We're coming up to 20 minutes now, and just doing another test. So it's still just as workable as it was when I mixed it up. Now, after a quick scrape around with the one we didn't use ExtraTime in, so that, to be honest, that is actually noticeably stiffer. Alright, so we've just gone 32 minutes, so I'm going to give it another scrape round and have a feel and see if it's hanging any longer. So I'm using a cleanish bucket trowel every time. So I'd say that's hanging around. You know, it's still stiff, but it was stiff when I mixed it. So for the one that hasn't got ExtraTime in, we're coming up to 30 minutes now. Once again, clean bucket trowelish, and that is really quite stiff now. It's quite hard to, there we go, it's better. So as you can see, that's, you know, that's quite hard to move around the bucket. We're now coming up to 45 minutes of the ExtraTime mixed plaster, and I'm just going to go and show you how stiff it is or how it isn't. So you can see it's turning now, but it's not, you know, it's not hard. You can still move it around the bucket. What we'll do is I'll show you the one that hasn't got any ExtraTime in it. Try and scrape it as clean as I can. Can't be asked to clean it now. So this is the one without ExtraTime in it, and as you can see, you can still move it, but it is very stiff. Right, we're just gone an hour in. So I'm just going to try the ExtraTime bucket first, and still movable, which is pretty amazing really, to be honest. I was expecting that to be a lot hard. Okay, it's stiff, but as you can see I'm still moving it around. Okay, what we're going to do is go and have a look at the one that hasn't got any ExtraTime in and see how it's going. Okay, well that's, you can see now it's tearing, it's not very movable at all. You know, that's not long now until it's gone off. Right, coming up to about an hour and 15 and an hour and 10 respectively. Okay, now the ExtraTime now is still pliable, you know, I'll still move it around the bucket. You can probably hear it's wet. It's stiff, don't get me wrong, it's, you know, it's not easy, it's not going to be that long now, I shouldn't think, before it's totally gone off. And let's go and have a look at the one that we didn't use any ExtraTime on. Yeah, that's gone now. We're coming up to an hour and 25 minutes, and the ExtraTime mix is firming up. We can still move it around the bucket though. As you can see, it's stiff, but there's still movement in it. As opposed to the mix that's not got ExtraTime in it. As you can see, it's hard. We're coming up to an hour and 35 minutes now, and the mix that had ExtraTime in it is still movable. It's hard, it's stiff, shall we say, but it's not, you know, it's not totally gone off yet. The mix that didn't have any ExtraTime in it it's just gone now. It's all crumbly, as you can see. just gone an hour and 45. And I'm just going to go and have a quick play with the ExtraTime bucket. So that is now going off. Still movable, still leaving lines in it. It's stiff, but you know, as you can see, I don't know if you can or not, but and the one that hasn't got ExtraTime in it. I think you get the point. So that's an hour and 45. Probably going to go until the 2 hour mark to just give you a good indication. Just gone 2 hours now, and this is the ExtraTime mix, and I'd say that's gone now. That's pretty much unworkable. And then obviously the one that isn't, that's just gravel now. So yeah, so that's the ExtraTime Plaster Retarder. So it's added, so probably just under an hour onto the setting time.